It's time.
We are indeed live.
All right. Ho, 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 ho. Welcome back, buddy.
I feel supremely underdressed.
As well, you should. I'm bringing. Oh, there's something over my face.
Yeah, it was where I had to mute you.
Oh, it's the big reveal. Look, festive. Gosh, I have got to get this beard trimmed. I'm going Friday to finally hack this thing down. It's not. It won't even fit in the screen. Incredible.
Okay. Well, we're going to slide over to the collab cam real quick
Oh, the
before,
collab cam.
before we get into any kind of flying. Um,
Sure.
I need.
This is exciting because not only do we now have collab cam, look at that. Ah, beautiful. Fantastic. Not only do we have collab cam, we now have new parts of the stream going to be coming up every week where we bring up stories in the news, drones in the news, Zephyr in the news, and a little piece of good news. So I'm really excited about what we have to add today. Oh, there's my picture. All right, I'm back. Gone. I'm back. Gone.
Let me tell you, man. The streaming is a fine art, and I don't have a degree in it, so um, I'm doing
It's
what I
fine.
can. Doing what I
It's
can, baby.
fine.
Well,
Yeah, look, we're here.
I'm fighting with not having enough screens. Is
That's the problem.
what's happening. Yeah, I
I
have.
could see. Yeah, I could see where that'd be an issue.
Yeah, I don't. I need to have like your screen open, like the Discord chat or whatever open in order to capture your camera. And if I put
Mhm.
anything over top of it, it blanks you out.
Don't blank
So
me out.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Don't do it. I've got things. I've got important stuff to say.
Anywho, uh,
Anywho,
that
so
is to say, yeah.
as always, I am Dustin Brewer, your branding and client success manager for Zephyr Drone Systems. With me, as always, our streaming guru, Bo Van Buren. Bo, welcome back, buddy. It's almost Christmas time.
I am not a guru at all. Um, I am. Am I gonna have to break out the beard ornaments for next stream?
Well, our next stream will be on Christmas Eve. We'll do a shorter stream, just to
Yeah,
wish
but I mean,
everybody
if
the happiest of holidays.
you could be out here with a Christmas hat, a Santa hat on, I got to do something.
Oh no, this just came like this was in my crib when I was born. I think I was always destined to be a Santa Claus. I think it was
Yeah,
just part. I've got the body type. I've got the charisma.
I think I'm more of
Um,
a Yukon Cornelius.
hey, the bubbles biles. I like it. Just you should go back to that other beard color that you had for a little bit.
Nothing. You mean my original?
Yeah. Um,
My
Also,
beard color?
speaking, there we go. That's what you need. That's perfect. I see nothing wrong with this at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move right along. Solid introduction. We did a great job. Congratulations to us. And this is the kind of quality you can expect from us 24/7 from
It's
Zephyr.
just as scuffed as my normal streams are.
That's right. But it's real and it's honest. And if there's anything that I can tell you as the brand manager for Zephyr Drone Simulator, we are just as real as it gets
It's real, it's
without you being
honest,
here.
and it's
Yep,
real honest.
it's real honest. So, first piece of news, we'll go all the way out to Las Vegas, Nevada,
Mm.
or thereabouts, to Carson City, named after an ancestor of mine, Kit Carson, who was a Western expansion explorer and a bit of a hothead. Um, in Carson City, their sheriff's department, in conjunction with Skydio and a couple other programs, are using drones to enhance their public safety measures, which is what we do. Like that, we have added to our sim, our search and rescue modules for the mountain, the Lost Kayaker, Lost Camper, as well as Miami Beach. Now, though the beach is not anywhere near uh, any part of Nevada as it is real landlocked, um, the kayaker, there's some places to float around. Not a
You
lot.
you can kayak out that way.
You can kayak out, yeah.
One of the things
There's kayak.
we had looked at doing with for the company activity was
That's
kayaking in Emerald
true.
Cove.
That's true.
So
Instead, we chose to fly
AT
through
we did
the desert on
ATVs.
ATVs, which was still an incredible time. What a blast! Shout out to those guys. But there's also a lot of hiking, which I'm
Hmm.
a big fan of. So there's a lot of utility there. So we'll be reaching out to you guys over in Carson City to see how we can better support you. And you're taking your cues from Las Vegas Police Department. I know we've got some ties out there. We've got a few of our simulators out there with different groups.
Hmm.
So yeah, connect
Yeah,
and if, at the very least send you guys some swiggity swag. Maybe
it
some.
is. It's one of those. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like at first, when we first started, talking to first responders as a group, nobody really wanted
Mm,
to give us the time of day. Plus, like, you know, we really needed like a champion in the space, and that's kind of what Jason Day and Aaron Fritsch has done for us as far as
uh-huh.
like getting in. I know that the biggest player in the space at the time was Chula Vista Police Department out in California.
Ooh, Chula
Um,
Vista.
and now that we've seen some kind of like further progression towards drones as first responders, which
Mhm.
used to be like people were, super iffy about having drones show up first to a scene because of all kinds of things, whether, it's
Sure,
public perception or, if the drone crashes. Because that could potentially
sure.
tamper with scenes, stuff like that. But like as the technology's gotten better and the training's gotten better, this push into DFR has been very interesting to watch.
That's really interesting. Yeah, that makes sense to me, but you know what would help with, that pilot accuracy would be, Zephyr Drone Simulator. I mean,
Maybe
maybe a little bit of training there,
a little bit of training. Yeah.
a bit of assistance there. I think we could work on that.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, right on. I thought that was really cool, something to see in the news that is, you know, pertinent to what we do
Agreed.
and how we can help out in those environments. Speaking of which, though, this is the one that got me, and I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying, when it comes to dogs, pets in general, there is no limit to resources
Yeah.
that would go into finding either my German Shepherd or my Hound Dog. Like I would do whatever it takes, and the fact that this company stepped up and helped, I can't help but want to applaud and do something for them. So, oh hey Stu, welcome. Um, so the long and short of it is a pet owner named Samira had her dog, 3 years old, named Dakota, outside to do its thing in Piscataway in New Jersey, and the dog was scared off by some other roaming dogs, which please put your dog on a leash, everybody, all the time, unless your yard is fenced in. I don't even trust the electronic fences because other things can come in. They don't keep anything out. So just as a responsible pet owner, throw that puppy on a leash. Why not? Anyway, so Dakota gets scared off, runs away, is gone for a couple days.
Hmm.
When I tell you I would be devastated, devastated. If my German Shepherd was to have been ran off by some other dogs, I would be inconsolable. Like, I would be a mess. So,
I just tried
Samira
to
starts.
just tried to picture
Oh,
Winnie in that scenario.
oh God. Oh, I can't. Oh,
Just in general, like
sure.
because of her temperament.
Right. Yeah, because she's not coming up to anybody that's going to try and help her.
No,
She
not at
she
all.
doesn't listen to me. I'm the only person she halfway listens to. I mean, you
Oh
saw
man.
even when Kristen would try and put her leash on her to take her outside, I had to be the one like, "Hey, go put your leash on. Listen." And she kind of begrudgingly does it.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is happening to Samira with her cute little her cute mutt, and after a couple days, not really getting anywhere with animal control, she reached out to this company called Apex Eagle Drone Service, and they were able to use drone and some thermal imaging to
Mm.
locate the dog and find Dakota and help bring Dakota home. Oh, hey, Kyle. Kyle just entered the chat. Honestly, thought about offering pet SAR in the area since local people, SAR groups, aren't presently using drones. They wouldn't allow me to if I joined. See? And then you've got a private company like Apex Eagle Drone Service that is actively helping out their community with sellers. So, Apex Eagle Drone Service, be expecting a call from either myself or Bo. Would love to connect with you guys, send you a little something. That's just
Yeah.
awesome. That's
That
really
is
freaking cool.
that is pretty staggering. Um,
So, here.
love to see even small victories with
Yeah,
that. I mean, because like what is perceived as something tiny to like most people, like I constantly wonder if folks that don't have like pets like get the level, like
right.
if they don't have pets and don't have kids. So like I can kind of see like the transition there. But yeah, we love companies saving the puppers. Although my dog
Yeah,
is currently destroying everything that I own.
both mine are unconscious at the moment because Winnie ran a 5K and Banjo's just old.
Well, Thor
But
could never. He is 3 years old, so like
aw.
that's kind of wild to me.
Right? Well, I mean, that's just terrifying, and you kinda hit the nail on the head, like, whether it's a pet or a child, and, for you kid having folks and not equating the 2, but it's not dissimilar, um,
Hmm.
I would be a mess. So, huge shout out to Apex Eagle Drone Service. Like I said, we'll do our best to reach out to you guys on socials or, email or phone, whatever we can, and, props to you folks. That's
Yeah,
pretty freaking awesome.
that is
Um
sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really all that's fit to print, drone wise. That's going on at the moment. That's not. So we had one that was kind of serious, and then one that was positive, and I want to keep that going each week. So when we meet up next week, I'll have a couple more stories for us to go over. I think that'd be kind of fun. See, that's what's great about starting streams like this. Being able to watch it evolve and grow and
Oh
add some
no,
other neat stuff.
I do love the thought of showcasing like the good that drones are doing in the like because I don't know, like I mean podcasts are a dime a dozen, but like
Sure,
it's one of those things where it's just like you know at least in where I am, usually when I hear news about drones, it's when they're messing up, not when they're doing good.
sure.
So it's refreshing to hear. I mean, I know that the stories are out there. Obviously, I've been personally been in the space for like 4 years, but like it's one of those things where you don't really see everything about it until you're already, in the thick of it. I guess.
Yeah. To Kyle's point, there was a dog rescue that Kyle Nordquist flew and showed footage at CUAV. He said it got more public attention than their people rescues.
See,
Yeah, because dogs are inherently better than people.
I find that fascinating. Just like the universal thought that people just kind of suck. But like when we find dogs,
I'm going to tell you right
or
now.
pets.
Yeah, I watched Fallout last night, the premiere that came out last night. Several people exploding in different magnificent ways. If anything ever happens to dog meat on that show, I will never watch another episode. I'm done. You can blow up
uh,
vaulties and survivors on the surface, but anybody touches the dog, I will riot.
you're fine. They never do anything like that. Dog meat's immortal.
Oh yeah, no, nope. It's like messing with Roach on The Witcher. Like don't mess
Yeah.
with Roach. Come on, man. Anyway, so moving right along.
Oh, speaking of, actually, Kyle mentioned Kyle Nordfors.
Uh-huh,
Very interesting dude to talk to if you ever get a chance on one of the trade shows that we go to.
uh-huh.
Very knowledgeable, especially on like the thermal and like public safety aspects of the drones. He's very, very knowledgeable, man.
That's really cool. I'm excited. This will be my first time going to Expo, which will be held in Detroit, Rock City.
Indeed.
Um, gonna go hang out in Jack White's old stomping grounds and go hit up this expo. That'll be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Should be a good one.
Yeah,
Especially because if the numbers that they're projecting to be there will be there, it's going to be probably the biggest expo that we've seen in a while. So that's
that's what they're saying. Said it's supposed to be 12,000 people strong. We've got a pretty prominent placement for the booth. We're doing an in booth demonstration
hmm,
for everybody. So not only will we have spots set up for people to actually fly the sim, but we'll take them through a couple of the newer scenarios, probably search and rescue, just to kind of highlight that and show it off. So
hmm.
really looking forward to that opportunity. Plus, we get to see some of our buddies, like I mean, heck, Pilot Institute. Was it Girls and Drones?
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I don't think Pilot Institute goes to Expo, but
Oh, do they not?
we will be seeing them at CUAV though.
Yeah, we'll see them at CUAV. That's right.
Um,
I had that one backwards.
yeah,
Um,
it's
Parasoft.
not a
I
big
think
deal.
we're doing something with.
We'll see them. I'm pretty sure that Texas DPS usually sends somebody.
Mhm.
You usually see a
Air
lot of the
data.
same. Usually see a lot of the same players, but um, the relationships are important to keep up.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. We haven't done anything with Carasoft in a while, and we've been talking to them about doing something. Plus, we have this new aggregation with air data, so be able to hit them up and talk about that on our socials. We'll probably go live from the show, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh,
That'll
it'd
be a
be
blast.
we gotta interview we gotta gorilla interview Josh from Air Data.
I like it. Yeah, what to get one of those selfie sticks. He's so tall.
Just
Um,
ambush him.
I'd like to get him on one side and Alex on the other, and then just look up at both of them and feel like a child again because they are so very tall.
That is true.
And Josh. Any more than that, and I'm going to get real intimidated by that when you call me.
Maybe it's a thing about being named Josh.
Maybe, perhaps. But yeah, so we've got that coming up. That'll be May the 14th, I believe, 13th, 14th, somewhere in there.
I'd have to double check. I think it's 13th to the 15th.
There we go. That was close.
I believe.
That one's coming up. Got a little trip coming up to, we got what, Texas, Louisiana, several others that are coming up soon. We'll post those.
Kyle
What?
says you're all giants.
You're all. And yeah, we follow you around like Master Blaster though.
Oh man.
Like those old cartoons with the shorter mob guy, and then he's got his big tufts all around him.
For sure.
Yeah, bring in the heavy.
Those dudes from Looney Tunes that are just shaped like an upside down triangle.
Stuart said, "Nope."
Trying to think. Yeah, next year is going to be very interesting for our travel. And shows. I know that we're talking to the Virginia Economic, like the team that we work with over at the VEDP. I can't remember the alphabet soup for it, but it's they help us organize our like foreign trips. So like the Paris Air Show last year. So going to be figuring out what they've got going on this upcoming year to see what we can plan for and where to go from there. I believe that there was an air show in Germany mentioned. If that makes sense, if that makes sense for us, that would be yes, VIPC. That's it.
VIPC.
I don't know where I got VDP from. My brain, I swear.
There's no telling, Bo. I know that Brazil was brought up as well for
Mm,
possibly in June.
yeah.
So that's
Well, but
we'll see.
overall, should be a very interesting year for us travel wise. You can obviously look out for us in the. It is the VEDP for the international stuff. See, my
See,
brain works sometimes.
you're on it. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you.
Hang in there.
Thank you.
um,
My
but yes,
goodness.
we will start posting our as we get the things solidified in January for the year, where all we're going to be. So if you want to come out and say, hey, meet us, grab some swag,
But
we'll be available.
oh, the two that I know for sure, um, Energy Drone and Robotics Show in Houston, Texas,
Oh yeah.
and CUAV we go to every year because
Yep.
I love Vegas.
Uh-huh. You know what though? Some of the food places you were showing us around in Vegas was phenomenal. Um,
For sure.
I've always like prided myself on finding some pretty decent spots, just because of my history out there over the years with going to like Shot Show and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, man, how refreshing that was! Some delicious
Yeah.
stuff.
Christian
But
and
speaking of delicious, oh yeah, which speaking of which too, excited to do that interview with SDI
SDI.
coming up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be cool.
Um,
Get that set up.
so I believe you can correct me if I'm wrong. We had some
Our
updates
Shinlim will be there.
at the Venetian.
Lim? Did you guys know Shinlim is in Vegas? Card mechanic?
um, out of all the people that know that shtick, Kyle is not the person I thought that was going to chat
That's
that.
fantastic. That made my day right there. Shinlim.
um, so what I was saying, can correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe that there are some like a sim update that's going live today or tomorrow.
I believe today we're working out the last of the bugs. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. We started on it last week, getting the push. There were a couple hiccups, which is great that we're able to find these things and hammer them out. But yeah, some really good stuff, and I actually got to see a sneak peek of some more of the thermal stuff that Dane's been working on, and man, does it look good! I am really excited for that to drop. Between that and spoke a little bit yesterday on some of the payload stuff.
mm,
That will probably be next month or two.
mm.
We start those quarterly updates after at the beginning of the year,
I actually
so should be in.
I don't think we've talked about that to the public about the change in our update schedule.
We may not have. That's a good opportunity to do so. So this year, the way we've set things up is put some stuff together, run these sprints, and then try to put out a package. Starting next year, we'll have a small battery of items that will be worked on and then put into testing. As those go into testing to be released in the next month, we'll start a new battery of items to be worked on. So we should have a much more regimented flow of updates so that you'll be able to follow along in our wiki, which, if you're not already reading our wiki page, you got to. You really ought to be. A lot of good write ups from our
Covers
team
pretty much everything. Yeah.
that covers everything that's going to be updated or has been updated, the functionality therein, bug fixes, things like that. So make sure you're checking the wiki, but we'll have a much more consistent update cycle starting after the first of the year that I think is really exciting for you know folks that are buying into this on subscription. Um, you're getting more value for that initial investment, almost every month that you're logging into this thing. So really excited to be able to provide that to our customer base and anybody else that's jumping in moving forward. So that's really exciting.
Agreed. Um,
Yeah.
especially because like I feel like with more consistent updates, things will just be constantly evolving in the sim. Of course, the potential for breakages increases. But we got good testers, so I'm not worried about
Well, that's
it.
just it too. I mean, on that same token, allowing the team to have more time to focus on that testing,
Mhm.
and then implementation
True.
should narrow that margin of error by quite a bit. It's really going to help tighten up our tolerances, and then our project management side of the house. That's Alex and Josh. That's pretty much their entire lives is navigating all the project management side of it. This will
Well,
be a lot more structured, and I think they're going to get a lot more efficiency out of it.
true.
Which that's kind of the whole name of the game for 26 for all of Zephyr and Little Arms by extension is efficiency, increasing our analytics, our workflows, lead capture, things like that. Just making it a whole lot easier on the team by implementing a lot of new stuff. Stu says it is also going to help relieve burnout for the dev team. I can imagine, Stu. I could see where burnout would be a real hurdle.
I mean,
Um,
just thinking about coding burns me out. So
yeah, you're not wrong, man. Like
I don't.
I can't
I'm not envious of your jobs.
no, I can't say it enough about how impressed I am by them daily. That they turn out not just such a good product, but I don't know, just the utility behind it. I'm still just in awe of. So yeah, props to them. I get that
Tis true.
for sure. I had time to think since Vegas. You haven't. You guys have been, I mean, just pounding the keys, putting out a couple, I mean, solid updates with a lot of stuff in them. So yeah, this should that should help with that. I think it's going to be exciting, and not just for dev team, but I mean holistically, end user all the way to dev team. That's pretty great. And honestly, it makes mine and Bo's life a little bit easier because it's a set list of stuff that we get to promote
I mean,
and talk about on here or on our socials.
I'm just gonna ask the question everybody's thinking: Shin Lim and Sim win?
Oh, oh no. That's why you're in marketing. That's what it is. You did it.
Yeah.
If we don't go see Shem Lim this year, what are we even
Oh my
doing?
god. I mean, it's just go watch a dude do card tricks from like 17 rows back.
So, but what you or
Hmm.
viewers may not know is Bo can actually do some card tricks.
I do a
So
little, not a
we've got our
lot.
own personal Bo Lim. Um,
Awful.
and it's not. It's impressive. I can't do it.
I mean, the only reason that I started learning this stuff is to blow my niece's mind because she's young and magic still impresses her.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where it's like you don't really. I didn't do it for me, so you know, you just hit them with one of these.
You doing it?
I did. I did it.
You did it. That's amazing. That's fantastic. You know what? I don't care how old you are or whatever proclivities you have.
Not Shin
That's still
Bim.
fun. That's
Stu,
fun.
Stu said Shin Bim.
Shit, man.
Terrible.
I
No,
love that you held your other hand up on the other side of the card too. Like it really brought the showmanship up a level.
hey, you gotta zhuzh it up a little bit.
Is judged.
Uh,
It's been
It hath been zhuzhed.
it has been zhuzhed. Speaking of zhuzh, some of the things that have been updated in the sim recently is we took care of some of that wobble
Mm.
within the sim on especially I think the Avada 2 is one of the problem children.
I
But
mean,
cleaned up some of the flight stuff.
the Avada 2 when it came in broke a lot of stuff. So
Yeah,
it makes sense that it would have some issues, but we're
that's
ironing
over. I mean,
we're ironing them out as it goes. Just to integrate. Nah, it's pocket sand.
I could say it.
I
Rusty
mean,
Shackleford.
there's not enough Dale Gribble in this chat.
Right. I bet there is, honestly, betwixt and between all of us, we could probably make a whole Dale. Um, but added some updates to Miami Beach on flight path, things of that nature. Took care of some of that wobble and a lot of quality of life stuff going
Mhm.
into it. So that's pretty exciting. Um, let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't have that pulled up in front of me. Do you have it there handy, Bo?
I have 3 screens and they're all full of stream stuff. So right now I do not.
Perfect. Um, let me get to that real quick, and I'll read off exactly what it is that's going into it. Well, I can't seem to pull away from it either because my computer is running slowly. But what we will do is I'll post it in the comments on this video to show exactly what's being updated, besides those couple things that I just mentioned.
Nice.
Um, beyond that, do we want to hop into the sim for just a second and take a closer look at
Sure.
one of them? All right.
I can. Oh my goodness. Did I mention I'm an entire mess? All right. We are in the live tab. We open. Okay. I can no longer see the YouTube chat. So if people
Okay.
say,
I got it.
let me know if they tell me that I look like I smell funny or something like that. Okay.
I am on it.
All right. Where do we want to go?
So let's go back to search and rescue.
Okay. The SAR fundamentals. I am not on an experimental build, so I am on the live. So
Okay.
the Avada fixes. Actually, I think all of the fixes won't be live on this, but
That's fine.
you can kind of see. I can show. I can fly in the Avada and show the jitter that I'm talking about in case people
Hmm.
or that we know about and are fixing, just in case somebody who's watching the stream doesn't know.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Do we want I'll do glide slope. Glide elope.
Glide loop.
All right,
Okay, here
so
we go. This is the specifics before we get too far into it. The FPS jitter wobble fix should not happen to low FPS or otherwise. Miami Beach modules, the alterations, just to kind of help with some of the flight path stuff and take out some of that guesswork. And then I believe they were able to work on the all MVP modules without the payload stuff, and then the fundamentals of SAR add-ons like the glide scope, zoom reveal, uh, lost camper, things like that. So there we go. That's our meat and potatoes that we're looking at. Yeah, just need to. Oh yeah, so we're good. That's it. Hey, look at that, man. That looks really good.
yeah, so I believe the jitter they're talking about, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, dev team, is how sharply the Avada does its movements. Or maybe I'm incorrect, but that's
Yeah, I
what
think there was an actual
like a
an
bug.
actual shake. Yeah, like a bug shake that was going into it. But
Interesting.
I think it was at lower at the frames per second, at higher frames per second.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't tell you what frames my computer's running this at, mainly because I'm very computer illiterate, um, which
Yeah,
is
the big jitter problem isn't happening to you right now. So yeah, I believe it has to do with your frames per second.
oh well then. If
Yeah,
you're
Kyle says you
running,
can't miss it when it happens.
okay, well then.
But that's
I
good. I mean, good to know. It's not just doesn't have to be a whole problem for everybody. It can be a major problem for some, and we're still going to get in there and take care of it.
of course, anything that's wrong with the sim, we want to make sure that we address.
So you're taking us through the glide.
This is
Is that correct?
glide. This is glide slope, and I am
Glide slope.
all over the place because the Avada is much more responsive than the drones I'm used to flying. It turns around faster. It does all of these things performance wise that are much greater than like the Mavic Air 2 that I am well versed in.
Hmm.
Um, so like my drone could never in a million years turn like that.
Right. Well, it's understandable. Oh, we actually have some technical stuff here from Stu. The wobble fixes a bug with low FPS where the math outruns the physics simulation. The drone enters something similar to like a Jeep or motorcycle death wobble and will not recover. That makes sense to me. Okay, I get that. Um, so if you're not like if you've ever seen any of those racing videos where you see the motorcycle start to
Yeah.
kind of shake and almost fishtail and then wipes out, that's what it was experiencing because that's actually wild. The math that makes our drones in the simulator fly like they're supposed to is outrunning the physics of the simulation at lower frames per second. That's
Yeah.
really wild.
If you've
Thank you for
ever
that. That's
yeah,
cool.
if you've ever had a motorcycle do that, it's horrifying.
Oh, I can't imagine. Nope. I am not made for motorcycles. Nope.
My dad always says just push off the motorcycle and let the motorcycle wreck and just take the take the hit on the ground.
Sure. So I guess could you go over like the utility of the glide slope scenario?
Um, so it's mostly for me, and like I don't know if this is like its actual, uh, its actual use case, but it's about maintaining a specific angle while going forward and down at the same time. So like
Hmm.
you want it to be, it's supposed to help you train in the smoothness of like flying downhill, I guess, from like with trees and whatnot.
Right.
Um,
So you're surveying terrain as
yeah.
you're gliding
So
over.
for the glide slope specifically, to me, that would be used for training like maintaining that kind of course while also being able to use the camera on the drone to scan for missing people.
Got it.
Um, if that's not what it's
Interesting.
supposed to train for,
Hmm.
surprise to me.
Yeah,
But
3 degrees of slide for a stable descent on could also be used for coming in to a landing situation as well. Interesting.
Kyle say that in the chat.
No, I was actually looking that up.
Oh, you
Um,
did. You
and
did.
then also,
You did
yeah, so there's a
some
little bit
Google.
returning home to optimize battery life and
Mm.
minimizing your time on scene with the drone, and yeah, essentially reserving battery power.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
one of the fascinating things that I learned from taking that BPERP course that I did is they also did situational flights. So when you had to learn the lingo
Hmm.
that the people who were actually using, like first responders were using, for going in and out, and for like communicating your battery life and like
Hmm.
that, you'd say, return to home, battery life X amount, and then you'd say, your altitude or whatever. um and like when you're coming out, one drone will drop down, the other drone will or like when you're coming back, they want you to climb into the air over top of where the drone that's coming out to replace it would be. So the way they kind of operate those is in teams. So like you'll have two teams that are doing like actual like searching of like a drone, or like with drones and first responder it changes this completely. But um
Hmm.
when you were supposed to have to maintain eye contact with the drone, what they would do is you would have one team that's doing the like the low to the ground like inspection of like a missing vehicle or something like that, trying to scan through that stuff, and then you'd have another drone that was over top of it that had eye contact on the drone, and that counted as maintaining um, eye
Like a
like
line of
eyesight,
sight.
line of sight with the drone.
Hmm.
So like you'd have two teams of two drones. So one would go out, do the search, and then they would switch when the battery got low. And then
Hmm.
same thing with the Overwatch team. Uh,
That's interesting, and that's I mean, granted, you are still covering some terrain, which is kind of what Kyle just put in chat. Like you are essentially covering some terrain, but really that's not the point
hmm.
of that glide slope. It's to, you know, line of sight back onto the pilot, reserve battery power, and send it back to where it needs to be without a whole lot of deviation. So increases efficiency, and like you said, kind of keeping that line of sight. That makes sense to me. That's
Now,
interesting.
like I was saying, they're changing a lot of that with the DFR stuff, and
Mhm.
any kind of regulation or governance that goes into doing drones as a first responder, because like you used to have to maintain complete and total, you had to have eyesight period, but I guess like the
Mhm.
batteries and stuff have gotten better, and like the SOP for um, police forces that are using the drones for that kind of operation has uh, either laxed, or people have just gotten better and we know more about it now. There's better data.
That's something that I do have to constantly remind myself of is that, flying a drone is finite. It does have battery power. There are limitations. And the fact that that's worked into the sim and that this is part of that utility of training in a scenario like this is that glide slope return. That's I it's fascinating to me how important a part of the sim that is and drone training in general because as a novice that's not something that I would think of as part of like the holistic
Oh
journey
yeah.
of flying a drone. So that's really cool that that's offered
Yeah,
in this, like that's really cool.
another aspect that they really drilled into you in that course, and I don't know if they do it in every course, but the one that I went to specifically,
Hmm.
they were just like making sure that you did pre-flight checks, made sure you check your props, make sure everything's fastened correctly, make sure your battery's good. They wanted you to run through all of those things. So like with that level of just like attention to detail, I feel like
Hmm.
it's just staggering. I'd love to see like a pre-flight check thing where you can go over like you're looking to make sure that the drone's got the correct props, or like it's got not damaged ones anyway, or like
Hmm.
something like that in the sim. um but I don't know if like that kind of takes you out of the actual drone flight kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, almost
So
like if you could add like a workbook page or something.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, because like I mean, we're obviously not like professional pilots, but we cater to them. So that is one thing that I feel like we could have a resource for.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Yeah, I like
um,
that a lot.
but yeah, it's very fascinating to watch all of this stuff. Um, the we could run Zoom reveal. I'm
Mhm.
wondering. I haven't really messed around with a lot of the SAR stuff because I was waiting. um, mainly, I was waiting because like I find these scenarios very interesting.
Mhm.
So I'm not the best person to speak about these, like um, as far as like the build out and the use cases for them, mainly because
Mhm.
like I said, I have never really done search and rescue. Oh, so this is the one where we're going up instead.
Right. Yeah,
Ad, ad,
focusing on the
ad,
Zoom,
admittedly harder.
of course.
um, Fascinating.
Really is. That's cool. I love how the objective box follows like that. That's really neat. And then you
Just get that box up there.
yep.
Take this and have the kids at the summer camp do this. They'll be flying it backwards and under the time that I get it done.
Oh, for sure.
If you ever think you're good at something, let a high schooler mess with it for a little bit, and they'll humble you real quick.
I do like how our objective, stays in that highlighted position. I believe there are a couple versions on this one where you need to look away from your direction. Got it. That makes sense. Very nice.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Facing the launch site. Oh, it is backwards.
Yeah, then you do it backwards.
Oh no, my brain.
That's hard. That's really difficult. But yeah, you would look down at the launch site and then go essentially opposite of what you would. There we go.
Oh, this is not easy.
No, but you're doing a really good job though.
See, now those are so the types of skills that like NIST and stuff builds for you is a good
Hmm.
baseline for this type of stuff because like NIST will cover like your strafing, your pitch, your yaw, all those kinds
Hmm.
of movements. But like you never know how you're going to need to move the drone in the field to save someone's life. So like
Uh-huh.
I find this infinitely fascinating.
Well, Stu has a really good point here. The idea with the zoom reveal is you have located an object of importance and need to send the drone up as a beacon to help responders locate the target on the ground. So
Mm,
if you found, it's almost like putting up a flag
yeah,
without having a physical flag. You can find the thing and then go up from there while maintaining line of sight on the object itself. That's really cool.
it is.
That is awesome. Hey, and you got an A. Good job.
I mean, A's get degrees or whatever
They do.
the
That's true.
college kids are saying.
Absolutely.
I think
That's really awesome.
I think it's C's get degrees, but you know,
Hey, I'm a testament to that. I did it. Okay, right on. Perfect. Well, I think that's probably a good place for us to
mhm.
start wrapping up from there. Um, but I think that's really a good job of displaying some of this like utility of search and rescue within the sim and coming at it from being a novice and seeing how that was accomplished. Good job, man. That's really cool.
That was very stressful.
You did great. You did great. All right. Well, right on. So, as I was saying before, if you are so inclined, please make sure you hit the like button below the video. Make sure that you share it with folks. Hit the little bell over by our name on the left hand side so that you'll know when we go live, which the next time for us will be next Wednesday, Christmas Eve at 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll have a shorter stream, just kind of letting people know what's going on, post update, and send out some holiday wishes. And yeah, that's what's on the near horizon. Am I missing anything, Bo? Any parting thoughts?
I don't believe so. If for some reason you can't join us next week, happy holidays
Yeah,
to you and
yep. For those,
yours. Also,
yep,
it's a festivus for the rest of us.
it is. Be sure to air your grievances
That is important.
respectfully. Yep, respectfully. Um, no matter what you're celebrating or who you're celebrating it with, even if it's just you. Happy holidays from all of us at the Zephyr team and Little Arm Studios. We appreciate your time, your attention. Continue to be awesome to each other. And we will see you in 1 week.
We need more of your attention. Gimme.
I'll take all of it. I'm a jealous streamer.
Anywho, be good to each other, and we'll catch you guys next time.